is huge. This is big. It's blowing my mind, and it's going to blow yours as well. So I'm going to let Amy take over from here. And remember, you're going to need this number because you're going to want to call in and ask a question to our special guest at 352-796-7272 or 1-888-613-2050. Amy.
So glad to be back.
Yes.
It's a nice break. Got some things taken care of. And I have this awesome guest in the studio today. We're going to be talking to Joshua Masters, and he is a little bit misled, I think. So, hey, Joshua, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. That's funny. I'm a little misled.
A little misled, huh?
I'm always going in the right direction.
Exactly.
No, I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. We have an amazing show coming up tomorrow, May 15th. It's Sunday. All the proceeds for this wrestling show are going to the Humane Society of the Nature Coast. Mm-hmm. They're going to be out there in full force. They're going to have their mascot out there. They're going to have animals there to adopt. It's going to be an amazing family-friendly event, and we're just hoping everybody comes out, brings their children, and who knows, maybe you'll come home with a new friend with a wagging tail.
Maybe, a new family member. And
Absolutely.
You know what? I hear Anytime Fitness Nature Coast Commons is going to be there.
Absolutely. I would like to take that moment, actually, and thank you, and thank Anytime Fitness at the Nature Coast Commons. It's actually the gym that I personally work out at. I'm there several days a week. So
yes, you are.
Anybody's in the area and they want to pop in and do a set with Joshua Masters, I'm more than happy to spot you. Again, the address for that is actually 1267 Wendy Court. That's in Spring Hill. Beautiful facility. I think you were making a comment to your virtual studio.
Mm-hmm.
I see people in there free cycling. I see all the state-of-the-art equipment. I mean, I'm in there 3, 4, 5 days a week. It's amazing. Everybody should come in there and stop in and take a look at it.
Yeah, I see you, and they're killing it. And, if you want to come work out with them, let's do it.
I do what I can. I do what I can. And again, like you guys are going to be in full force there tomorrow too.
Yes.
Promoting and signing up new members, I hope, and giving out passes. And again, like hopefully the more the merrier. Come on in, get an animal, get a gym membership. I'll see you in there this coming week, next couple of weeks, and we'll work out together. It'll be fun.
I think it all ties in together, and I like saying this word, I'm going to have a plethora of free memberships for a week for everybody that shows up and wants to check it out.
A virtual cornucopia?
A virtual cornucopia.
A plethora.
Exactly.
A plethora. That's a lot of memberships.
Now, if for those listeners that don't know who Joshua Masters is, let's explain that a little bit.
Yeah, tell us
is awesome.
about yourself and where you're at and what you're doing.
Well, Joshua Masters, I've been a professional wrestler for the last 17 years. I actually broke in 1999.
You look like you're 21.
Thank you so much. For all of those people that can do math, I broke in when I was 19. I'm not going to tell you what my age is. I'll let you figure that out. But I'm one half of the tag team, the Misled Youth, with my best friend and tag team partner, Jude McKenzie. We're pretty much the anti-conformists to the NWA.
And you know what?
What's that?
That you said that. That's why I like you. That's why we get along, because we are the anti-conformists to the typical gym.
You hear that, NWA?
Oh, there you go.
We
That's
like
right.
to step out of the status quo and do things differently.
Absolutely. Well, that's how you don't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, right?
There you go. There you go. So tell us about the Misled Youth.
Well, the Misled Youth, we've been around since about 2009. Our message is simple. You be yourself, be true to who you are, don't conform. There's no such thing as the right way or the wrong way to do something. Whatever you do in life is, you'd be the best person you can possibly be, and that's going to take you down the right path. And that's why we have the disconnect with the NWA. It's not that the NWA is bad. It's just that they want us to conform to their model of professional wrestling and what they think that professional wrestling should be. And to me, it takes all shapes and sizes. Mm-hmm. We put on a little bit of war paint. They call it makeup, whatever. We put on a little bit of war paint, and all of a sudden we're punks. We're no good. It's like it's not that we're no good. You just don't understand us.
Right.
So anybody who takes a moment to speak to us, they understand us.
Well, it's interesting that you said that, because now you're here promoting a charity, good things. I mean, we're doing good things together, and we may not agree on how some people react and respond to things, but we're all coming together for the Humane Society to help out those who can't help themselves,
Exactly.
the little four-legged animals.
That's right. I mean, just because sometimes I'm a bad guy, it doesn't mean I don't do good things. You know what I mean? And again, I'm all for helping any charity that I possibly can. I live my life as a straight edge. I'm into anti-drug, anti-drinking. I'm big into animals and helping them in our
community.
Yeah, thank you.
That's okay.
I say our society.
Yeah, our society, community.
But yeah, our community. Anything I can do to make a positive, impact, I'm going to do. And in this case, even though I have to work with the NWA, which I'm not exactly thrilled about, at least the end result is there's going to be some animals with food in their bellies and maybe even a loving home. It'll be amazing.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you're only a bad boy in the ring. I mean, on the outside the ring, I can tell that you've got a big heart and you're just a big teddy bear, right?
Ask my wife.
Yeah. Okay. All
You
right.
can ask her. I don't know. I think she might
I don't know. I've
disagree
seen him
with
in the
that.
gym. He's pretty hardcore.
I do the best I can.
I'm trying to paint a picture for the listeners here because I want them to come out and actually see this guy.
And I want them to come out too.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they don't like me, they don't have to like me. They just have to like the charity. They have to like, supporting
That's right.
the community. They have to like supporting a good cause. And that's all it's about, Not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to like the way I look. Not everybody's going to like the way Jude McKenzie looks. But, we're out there doing the best we can for a good cause. And we're just asking for everybody that it has free time tomorrow. At 1 o'clock, the doors open. We're going to be located in Mazarictown. It's 539 Lincoln Avenue in Mazarictown. Doors open at 2. Doors open at 1. Bell times at 2. Shows roughly 2 to 4. But it's going to be exciting. We're going to have a lot of really fun stuff going on. It's going to be more of an event than just a wrestling event. It's going to be awesome. So if you have free time, it's only a couple of bucks, $5 in advance, $7 at the door. You can get the tickets in advance at FWAProWrestling.com. Tickets are available right this second. And again, it's only $2 extra if you show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I got to say is I understand where you're coming from, but I see you in Anytime Fitness NCC and the positive impact that you have there with working out in the fitness. Now, how does fitness honestly play into the wrestling realm?
Well, I mean, obviously, the better shape you're in, the better chance you're going to have to win, right? You have to have your wind up, you have to have your strength up, your stamina up, your endurance up. I'm in there doing as much as I can, deadlifting, squatting, bench pressing. I like to throw people around. That's my thing. I like to pick people up and I like to throw them around.
Me too.
And I couldn't do that.
Me too.
I couldn't do that without a facility like the Anytime Fitness or the Nature Coast Commons. They give me the tools that I need to be as strong as I possibly can to go in there and win. And that's what I'm planning on doing tomorrow when me and Jude McKenzie go against the NWA Florida Tag Team Champions, the Punkadelics.
Punkadelics.
The Punkadelics. They're the poor man's version of the Misled Youth. I really hope they're listening right now. Poor man's
I can't
version.
wait to see this.
I know.
It's kind of like Team Camaraderie and Team
There you
Big
go.
Deal head to head. I love it.
Only difference is you guys are all, at the end of the day, you guys are friends. At the end of the day, we're not friends with them.
Yeah. But we all do it for a common cause.
That's true.
And that's a good thing. Now, the interesting thing is I love this. I went to your website. I'm looking forward to tomorrow and seeing and meeting all the wrestlers and all your staff and everybody there. But I love the diversity and the diversity in body types. Because some people get it in their head that, you got to be buff and you got to be this. But no, I mean, fit and healthy comes in numerous forms. And I try to get that across to everybody. And especially women. And I hate to say this, and there are men too, but you are made a specific way for a specific reason. That doesn't mean you're not healthy.
That brings me to a couple of very, very valid points. I have a good friend of mine. He's I'm not going to say him by name, but he's a 300-pound person, and he moves like a cat. Like you said, fitness comes in all shapes and
Yes, it
sizes.
does.
300 pounds, the guy moves like he's 120 pounds. Super strong, super light on his feet. Very, very, very impressive person. And to your second point about, how society kind of they put those thoughts, those preconceived notions in your head about what you're supposed to look like and what fitness looks like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that goes back to the Misled Youth. That goes back to our message, be yourself.
Yes.
Beauty comes in every shape and size.
And you can't airbrush a personality.
That's right.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, even wrestling has jumped that boundary, that gender gap or whatever. I mean, women are getting into wrestling
absolutely.
too. And the women, like you said, you brought up about the stereotypical woman, and how it's supposed to look, the Barbie doll type or whatever. And even the men are starting. I saw an article in the paper the other day, or online or something like that, where even the boys are coming up like that as well, because with these movies that are out there with the dancers, on stage, and you got to have these ripped abs, and you got to have the six pack, and I mean it's just so it's an important point, and you guys are out there doing this. I mean, you're teaching this message to these kids.
Well, we do the best we can as long as we have people that'll listen and we don't get shut down by the NWA.
Or the Punkadelics.
Or the
Well, hey, you know what? I'm giving you a sounding board right now.
And
Go
I
for
appreciate
it.
that.
There you go.
I got almost 20 minutes of alone time with you, and I get to just preach my message. I really appreciate this time. It's fantastic.
It helps me with my message that, we all have something to say, and we all are different, and we're all individual, and we all have a common interest of maintaining health and fitness and helping others. And that's pretty much what it comes to, and that's why you're here. And not the fact that we're going to be there, celebrating this time with you tomorrow and being a part of it. I'm really excited. I'm bringing my son. He's 9. He's like,
awesome.
oh yeah, I want to get in the ring. Can I get in the ring? I'm like, no, I don't think you can do that, but maybe we'll just throw you around outside of the ring. I don't know.
Oh, geez, please, not tomorrow.
I will let you know a little bit of information. You might actually appreciate this, being that you are, a wrestler and in that world. My son's name came from a very famous wrestler.
Really?
Yes, my son's name is Stone.
Oh,
Named,
no. I see where this is going.
Yes, mine.
Yes,
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. He didn't happen to pop out with like a can and a middle finger, did he?
I know, but I will say this: he does have a mullet right now. So he is, with a name like Stone, you've got to be hardcore. And,
there's nothing more hardcore than a mullet.
This area, has been well known for a lot of national known wrestlers and athletes. I mean, look, John Cena lives here in town. Not
yes,
too
he
far
does.
from here.
He's in Tampa, at Lutz, I think.
Yeah, he sure does.
Florida's a hotbed for professional wrestling. It always has been.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice place because you get to be yourself as well. Outside of what you're doing, which is your job and what you believe in, but you can actually have a life too, because we're such a welcoming community.
Yep.
I mean, I love the Nature Coast. I love Hernando and Pasco counties. I grew up here.
Right.
And I could leave. I don't want to.
Yeah, no. I mean, I honestly look at Florida as the epicenter of awesome. You're never too far away from something fantastic.
We were just talking about that with a friend of mine the other day. I went kayaking for the first time, another form of exercise, which is amazing. I highly recommend it.
Very fun.
Yes. And, and people always like, well, I'm going to go here and I want to go there. And I thought, we haven't even tapped into the resources of Florida.
Right.
Or even Hernando County, let alone in Citrus and Pasco. I mean, there's just so much here to do that people don't even realize. I heard 2 ladies talking in the doctor's office yesterday about Shell Key. Never even heard of it. It's in St. Pete Beach.
Oh, no kidding.
And you can actually take a ferry out to, I guess, a little island.
Yep.
And you can get sand dollars and shells and for a small fee. I mean, what a day.
Yeah, Honeymoon
right
Island
there,
as well.
yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
That's actually one of my favorite places to go. Take the ferry to Caladesi.
We get so caught up in life, and we don't take care of ourselves. And by taking care of ourselves, it's being able to enjoy the environment around you, being able to maintain your health and fitness, and stepping away from that stressful environment and just taking a breath and enjoying life.
Well, what's funny about that too is I always, when I'm at work, I have a very stressful job as well. I'm also more than just a professional wrestler. We won't get into that. But one of my favorite things to do is hit the gym right after work. You talk about fitness. I mean,
that's when you come in. I see you.
Again, I'm straight away from work. I come in there. I'm knocking out some of that aggression. I'm decompressing. I mean, there's nothing better than getting into the gym and getting some of that aggression out.
I love that you said that because I keep telling, I even told a couple of the ladies this morning, I said, just be there and you're going to have energy the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know if I will. And sure enough, I mean, yeah, I'm wiped because I had a killer workout. I think my triceps are left in the gym, but I'm ready to continue this entire day because I have that natural energy that came from that hard workout and the sweat. And I apologize if I smell I'm sitting next to you.
No, hey, you smell wonderful. All right. Nothing but pleasant.
Smell like a fresh workout.
That's exactly
awesome.
He's quick.
You smell healthy.
He's quick. I like it. So, I mean, you guys are going to have animals. They're going to have animals there tomorrow?
Yeah, from what I was informed, they're going to have several dogs there looking for a good home.
Oh, that's going to be dangerous for me.
Hey, listen, what's one more?
I'm such a sucker.
My wife and I just adopted our first dog, so, I mean, hopefully, get some more dogs out there, get them in good, loving homes, people that are going to take care of them.
Yes.
Provide well for them. And
the good thing about it is here at the Big Deal Show, we can take it a step further. Once you make that adoption and have that new family member, we have a friend, Michelle Milady, who will help you train your dog.
That's perfect.
She was just on here with us last week.
It fits in perfectly.
Yeah, so it all ties. There's methods to my madness. I'm trying to get
starting to see that.
There's methods.
Yeah. But it's nothing. There's nothing better than a sense of community. And there you go. You come out, support the Humane Society, adopt a pet, get out there, get fit with your pet. Have a good time.
And I love that. I'm at the gym and I'm working. I'm in my office and Joshua Masters comes walking up, and of course I'm a little starstruck at first. And then I'm like, what's this big guy doing in my office? What does he want? And then he starts telling me about tomorrow. And I think maybe you talked for 20 seconds. And I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Best cause I've ever heard of.
yeah.
And then it deals with wrestling. My son's named after a wrestler. I mean, it just goes hand in hand. And I see the hard work that you put in when you come to our facility and what you do, and it makes me think I want to be a part of that, because not only am I seeing it from you, well, that's just a relay of those that you work with. They have that dedication, and that's what it's about. It's the dedication, the support, the confidence, and the team atmosphere. Even though you're a nonconformist, there is a team atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you're Team Anytime Fitness.
No,
also.
you're absolutely right. But like you said, you have more of the mentality of the Misled Youth, so it gives us common ground. It's excellent.
Yes.
It's excellent.
I think that's why we hit it off. That's
Absolutely.
why we,
It's perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better situation, a better opportunity to be on your radio show today and talk about this. What an amazing time I've had.
It's a good time, and I love this station, and I love that they provide me the opportunity to come here every week and just talk about this, anything, and anything that has to do with fitness. And I know you guys, you have to be, stamina, endurance. You really have to be in shape to be able to perform the responsibilities of a wrestler. I mean, that's a lot of hard work. I mean, I'm surprised you guys don't have numerous injuries. And I mean, it's just crazy.
No, we do.
I'm sure you do, but you keep going.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's about working through it. You have an obligation.
Yes.
You have an obligation. People come and they pay to see you. I don't have time to just stay home and lay in bed.
Integrity.
Well, I mean,
Doing what you say you're going to do.
that's exactly that's life. That's what life's about.
Exactly.
Doing what you say you're going to do, following through with what you say you're going to do. So if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I mean, even if I have a broken neck, I'm going to drag myself to where I said I was going to be, because you're only as good as your word.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
And
So
that's awesome.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, and with that being said, since I'm only as good as my word, I'm giving you my word that tomorrow the Misled Youth are going to be the NWA Florida Tag Team Champions when we get them disposing of the Punkadelics.
I can't wait to see
Just
this.
a reminder, listeners, that professional wrestler Joshua Masters, part of the Misled Youth, are here. He's in there in the studio with us live. And, we do have time to take one call if you make it quick at 352-796-7272. But he's in town for a wrestling match that's going on right down the road here in Missouri Town. And it's all part of a charity event to help the Humane Society. It's the Nature Coast Humane Society.
Yes.
Don't miss this opportunity, folks. It's going to be big.
Yes, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
I
The
know.
big deal. I'm going to actually have a table set up so you can identify me if you don't know what I look like, and I'll have my big mouth running like I always do, and come out there and say hi. I mean, we're there to support the NWA. We're there to support the Humane Society. It's not about supporting Anytime Fitness NCC. We want to be a part of what you guys are doing.
Right.
And we appreciate that. And just if I could really quick. It is tomorrow. It's at 539 Lincoln Avenue. It's in Missouri Town. Doors open at 1. The bell time's at 2. And those pre-sale tickets are on sale right now at FWAProWrestling.com. It's 5 in advance, so you can save yourself a couple of bucks if you get on there today or early tomorrow morning and get your pre-sales. And if not, it's 7 at the door. Again, we're going to be doing all the proceeds are going to the Humane Society of the Nature Coast, and we're going to have Anytime Fitness from the Nature Coast out there, signing up memberships. And it's going to be amazing. I got a tag team title rematch with my buddy Jude McKenzie and Misled Youth against the Punkadelics. We're very excited.
Well, you're going to have to introduce me to Jude, because, I mean, I know you, and now I got to see where the other half comes from and what that's like.
You'll see. He's hard to miss. He's hard to miss.
I don't know. You're not small yourself. So I'm so excited to be there. We had a banner made just so we could, be a part of this huge show that you guys are putting on. And we're bringing our kids. I know myself and a couple other staff members. We're just going to come and make a day of it, because it's just such a good cause. And $5 to $7, it's worth it to help a dog or a cat that can't help themselves.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Make it affordable, make it fun, get as many people as we can. The more the merrier. It's going to all go to a good cause.
Yes.
We're very excited.
And how we, wrap things up with Anytime Fitness NCC is we believe in the healthy body, clear mind is a happy life. And that is the whole basis for doing this. And with that encompasses health and fitness and community support and being there for each other and just putting your arms around each other and taking care of each other. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
I can't thank you enough.
I can't thank you enough.
No, we're going to fight. No.
For this
We're gonna wrestle.
this last minute, tell us, give us all the information you can. How can we make it to this? Where are we going to, what do we do? Where do we go? Who do we call? What do we do? We want to be a part of this.
Yeah, if you guys want it, like I said, head over to the FWAProWrestling.com website.
Okay.
You can get all your information for the tickets and future events as well.
Yes.
It's not just
That's FWA.com?
And we're going to have it on our
FWAProWrestling.com.
FWAProWrestling.com. Okay.
Yep,
and we're going to have it on our website as well with
On
Anytime Fitness NCC. We've already posted
And they
it
can
on our
call
Facebook.
you too?
They can call me.
What's your phone number?
Phone number is 352-606-2855. 842.
Okay. The bell rings tomorrow.
Ding,
rings tomorrow.
ding.
Yeah.
And
the
apparently we're
Funkadelics
going to have
drop
a
tomorrow.
new
Absolutely.
champion in our midst here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see, there
Thank
you go.
you guys so very much.
Thank
for
you,
this
Joshua. We
opportunity.
appreciate it.
And we thank you for being in tune once again. WXJB 99.9 FM to the big deal. Heard every Saturday, 11:30 to noon. Hey, this is John W. Let's get ready to rumble.